What is up, guys? Kane here, and in this one we're gonna inspect one of the dual tower fights that I had not too long ago. So we're gonna talk about a fight with this 18 million core person. Essentially, I would do a video on this one, but I've checked some equipment on this person, and I do believe I only beat this person because some of the person's prisms had been set to hero attack, probably for Dark Dimension. So some prisms were lost in, I guess, the transition. She didn't have them, so not sure really what happened there or whether or not some of those prisms were like what she is always using. So that aside, we're just gonna inspect this one, which would be a pretty good showcase in what kind of tankiness my swordmen have with high resistances. So like always, we start from the dragon. So my dragon has dragon scale heart and aura blast still, but this time I have two tier 4 talents, the destruction and the affliction, with protection being tier 1. The other person has Dreambreaker, has Aura Blast, has Void Eater, has Dragon Scale. So she has Arcane Blessing, she has Swell, and she has Incendiary Scale. So Incendiary and Aura Blast will continuously proc the Magic Swell, and since it's Arcane Blessing, it's going to be proc very often, meaning that the Swell will highly likely be, where is it? Be maxed out in like, I don't know, 20 seconds maybe, or so. I'm not sure how many stacks you can have, like 45, 75, but even then, I think it doesn't grant 75. It really depends. I think there is a limit, but I kind of forgot what was the limit. And then the talents, she has 3 tier 4, so I'm down on these stats. So in terms of frontline, I have Covenant, as I've said in multiple videos. I have 99 resistances, and my magic resistance is incredibly higher than the 99 that is shown here, and you will visibly see this in the battle, as well as my physical resistance is 99, and I think it's just a tad bit above 99 as well. Healing received 157, but I don't think the healing received for me matters that much because, like, the frontline takes 0 damage, right? So my Balrog doesn't even heal anything because my frontline takes 0 damage. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of starting to like the Stormman, because my magic resistance is so huge, and then I have this, and then of course Virion with his super goddamn Crusader Shield ability. Whenever friendly troops morale boost, they take 65% reduced damage, and that stuff is just too crazy, bro. So we have that. In terms of her frontline, she invested a lot of the cosmic badge stuff into the stalkers, and so the stalkers are able to overrun the burst side army if you don't have proper DPS or stuff like that, or shields or HP and stuff like that. So resistances are not good. Decent, I suppose, the magic resistance, but the other is not good. No healing received. Evade chance is not that good. So her covenant on these stalkers is pretty bad. And then this person has the mummies, which I believe are upgraded in cosmic badge as well. I don't think I know any of these stats on mummies. As far as I know, you want healing efficacy when healing others, and the others I don't think matter that much, or so. I'm not entirely sure. And my archers have a pretty decent amount of attack value with the cosmic badge bug or whatever. Have 4.5 attacks per second, 90% crit, and over 300% crit damage. I think crit damage could be higher, crit rate could be higher. but majority of my covenant and stuff is invested into attack speed as well as physical damage. And I think I only have legendary covenant, so I don't have legendary awaken, I don't have divine, which then I will get one more substat, and a lot of these values might just skyrocket a little bit higher. But aside from that, I suppose they are pretty decent. Now, in terms of heroes, this person has majority, if not all of these heroes level 70. So all of them level 70. Me, I have these heroes buffers rather level 60, some buffers 56 like Gazul, and the main DPSs that I use, like mages, necromancers, gladiators, paladins, etc., are level 70. So we are down on the dragon talents, we are down on hero levels, but we are winning in frontline stats, we're winning in archer stats. Let's check some equipment. So right off the bat, we click on Alana and we see a pretty huge issue. Alana doesn't have any invincibility, meaning we can just kill the Alana in an instant. You want to have your Alana with an invincibility, the longer the better. So in a human formation, you want to have Alana with a Salantris in a human formation. In other formations, you may want to have Alana with a less valuable artifact, like maybe Sky Totem or stuff like that, which would still grant her some sort of an invincibility. Because some races, of course, would value another hero more with Salantris. Not all of them, but some of them, I think, or one of them at least. So we noticed a pretty huge issue in terms of one hero. Like for example, I just clicked on another hero and I see Sunflare on Ophidia. This is probably one of the worst builds that I've seen on Ophidia. I'm even like, don't even want to check the prism what she has on her. Denji with a questionable build as well. Balrog, I suppose everything in here is okay-ish, but then again, you want the Drake set in these two pieces right here to grant a lot more survivability on him. At least the other stuff is good. The artifact is 5-star, HP is okay. Gazul. So, he's using the Salantris on Gazul. The thing is, sure, you can do that. Potential is not that high, so likely you might even want to use another, say, invincibility on Gazul and just put this on Elana or stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure, but just having Skeleton Mastery, I don't really think it poses that much of a value. I mean, sure, you want him to survive, but if somebody would want to kill your Gazelle, they would kill your Gazelle regardless. So, I don't think that I'm gonna go through a lot of the heroes, but let's go through Valerie. So, this person is running area or rather range Valerie build, which does almost no damage in the current state of the game or against frontline and heroes which have resistances. So against me, her Valerie does no damage whatsoever. My Valerie is built for damage. My Valerie has Arcane Rod. She has Arcanist Fury 10. Has high attack value. She has Lotus Fire, Crackling Flames, even potential 70 with the Burning Exalted, which reduces even more magic resistance. My build is just severely reduced magic resistance to the point that they are hitting naked targets. Either reduce magic resistance or increase magic damage taken, and all of those buffs that just come into that pool of like majority of buffs. And of course, stuff looks like it's pretty easy to break. And a build like this, if you snipe heroes, sure, but if you don't snipe the core heroes, the main DPS, the ones which make a field powerful, then this build kind of loses a ton of value because you're removing a ton of breakthrough from your burst side just by using this, and it's not that good. Then you have Avril, potential 50, with, I don't know if this build on her is actually that good. You're reducing some damage from your Avril to just go for an additional second. Maybe this person is on iPhone and can play perfectly. I'm on Android and these battles lag like shit. So yeah, that is wait, well, why? So when we go on to this, let's read what it says. Saizo dispatches his enemies up close and personal. He does not gain from range bonuses granted by equipment. This is equipment. And this says attack range 20%. So this is worthless. So not using equipment properly once more, and pretty much that is what happens in terms of the field. Not always, and I do seem that this person loves this Garuda scepter on literally friggin' all heroes whatsoever. But yeah, quite a lot of things to note. Some potentials likely could be increased. Some trinkets on heroes also questionable because a paladin is just gonna get nuked almost instantly. I do believe Solaris can, like, doesn't really require this particular equipment. He's gonna survive a decent amount anyway. If he's gonna die, this is not going to save him. And this could be used actually on heroes which don't have 10-second invincibility. Yeah, probably she could split even those three, or rather two sets, into three sets. And for example, remove one equipment from Solaris, remove a weapon from one of them, and just put them on Balrog. And the Balrog is where? The Balrog is on stall side, or if you would call this a stall side. So that would help out the stall surviving better. But yeah, so all in all, this person has level advantage, has dragon advantage. I personally have frontline advantage, and I suppose my burst side is a little bit stronger. And in the end, it turns out to be mage DPS quite more superior than what she had on her field. So let's just check the battle. So we jump into the battle, 0.5 seconds, and let's check what we do burst versus burst. So she cast Avril, I do believe, and the swordmen are burning, but they're taking no damage. So I cast my Raxius on the heroes. I jump with Rufio on the heroes. I don't really care too much about the frontline at the moment. I just want to tear down most of these buffers. So she's still damaging my swordman, but my swordman takes 0 damage. She used, I think, Avril a couple of times, used Raxius, used, I think, another hero, and she's damaging those swordmen which take a lot less, or rather, don't have as many buffs. So majority of these swordmen are taking almost no damage whatsoever. So, I did kill, I think, 3 or 4 heroes by this time in terms of the enemy backline. Alana is dead already, and she died, I think, like 5 to 10 seconds ago. The Gazelle had Solantris, died regardless because he's pretty close. So even if you have Solantris on Gazelle, he's gonna die if anyone focuses him. And then I started trying to take care of the front line. So the front line, excuse me, the front line, like, not wanted to try to run into my backline to kill my mages. God damn it. However, my mages did manage to stop them, managed to AoE them, kill most of them so they don't get to overrun my backline. And if we go back to my stall side, majority of my swordmen are still alive, with her mages just constantly hitting them. And this happens in majority of the fights. And even the dragon, which was constantly proccing magic resistance reductions on these swordmen, the swordmen are still like full HP. And as you had seen, they are not being healed. It's just that this person is not able to do damage because of so much resistances. That, again, like, even these swordmen tank like twice as more than the skeletons that I had before, which is kind of crazy because my skeletons were being healed for like 3 billion per fight. And this like zero healing, right? Almost zero healing from Balrog or whatever, and they just survive. Majority of them so much. It's crazy. And that is what the resistances kind of do. If you reduce all of that damage that they're able to dish out, or most of it, or a lot of it, you don't need to heal that damage if you don't take that damage. And I only lost like friggin' 2 swordmen in 1 minute of this person DPSing. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I suppose majority of the battles that I do have and are currently facing are like at least 2 million core above me. Like as you can see, 18, 17, 17, 17, 17, one just a little below 17, and pretty much it goes like that. So even lost against this person one time as well. And pretty much like this, I haven't really faced anyone around my core for a while or even lower. It's mainly just a few million cores above me. So probably I reached a place where I'm gonna stay for a little bit, unless of course I upgrade my research quite a bit and I do have a decent amount of rush. So we'll see if that will help me out. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you would wish to support me more than just watching my videos, I have made a Patreon page where you would be able to do just that, and in return, I would be able to help you out more individually in terms of events, PvP, and stuff like that. As well as I would like to thank all of my patrons for the support. I really appreciate it for your subscriptions. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care and stay safe out there.